Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's Foodie Friday video, I'm sharing how to make this delicious golden brown grilled cheese. There's no real recipe for this. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I'm giving some tips and tricks I think will really help you all out. This is the perfect pairing to my tomato soup. If you haven't seen that video already, please go watch it. I will leave a link in the description down below. Okay, so for this recipe, you're just going to need some butter, mayo, good bread that you like, and your favorite type of cheese. That's really all. You'll see that a lot of butter is featured there. I don't use all of that, and I actually use additional mayo, so just you don't really need like specific measurements of anything. Okay, so the first step is to take your bread. Now you can see in this video that on a plate, I have portioned on the bread so there's two slices so that like it's, one sandwich, kind of like that. And what you're going to want to do here is spread mayo over each slice of bread. You don't have to do it on both sides, just on one side of each slice of the bread. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see me mayo in some of these clips, but that's what I did. And you can be generous with it. Don't put a lot, but like you can see what I put. Now, why would I do this? Kind of random, mayo on a grilled cheese sandwich? That kind of sounds kind of gross. But this is the trick to your golden brown grilled cheese. This just like gets the extra crispy and extra golden brown, and they look beautiful as you saw in that first clip there. So basically I'm just repeating this process of spreading the mayo on all my slices of bread until all of them are mayoed. Alrighty, so now it's time to heat up your pan. If you're making a lot of grilled cheeses like I was, you can use a bigger pan, or if you're making one, you can use a smaller pan. This is a cast iron and it's just flat all over. I'm turning it on like medium high, and I think that's what you'd call it. I don't know, you saw the thing. Anyway, and I'm just putting a little bit of butter on. I add a little bit more in a second and just spread it all around. And I'm using this spatula to get all around, but you have to be careful if you're using a sharp thing like this because you don't want to scratch the pan you're using. So it took me a minute to figure it out, but basically you just want to spread the butter everywhere, and then just spread the butter everywhere so that all the places will be nicely greased, and then just wait till it gets heated up and melts. Now that my butter is spread all around, I'm going to go ahead and put my slice of bread on. Now, why is there no cheese? Why is there a slice of bread not on top? Well, I'll tell you. So, I don't know where I learned this trick. I don't know if I made it up, or I don't really know. But basically, you're going to want to put the pieces of bread down and put one slice of cheese. Or sorry, however much cheese you want, but don't put the bread on top. This is because when you do this, it allows the cheese to melt more, in my opinion. And so basically you just stick the piece of bread on, stick the cheese on, and just let them melt. You just want to flip them then when they're golden brown on one side, so it takes a couple minutes. You kind of just gotta play the watching game, check a little bit after a minute, see how it's doing, and whatever. But this is a really good method, in my opinion, of making the grilled cheese, and hopefully my instructions are helpful to you guys. So because I know I've burned a grilled cheese before, and I was very disappointed. So this is a really good method on how to make them. Alrighty, so now you can see that the cheese is melting. I also didn't mention what cheeses I'm using, but there's cheddar on that big one, and then American on the small two. I'm using sourdough, so the American cheese wasn't that great, and neither was the cheddar. So I'd recommend using more like a white cheddar or something like that instead. But if you're not using sourdough or whatever, just use whatever you like. So anyway, now you see here that I'm adding the bread on top, and my flipping skills were not that good. But you can see that it's starting to get golden brown one side. Now, even though it wasn't completely golden brown yet, I still flipped it because I'd rather just kind of cook each side a little bit and then flip over and cook more, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just like I said a minute ago, kind of like a watch and see. And that one actually look at that. That is the mayo. The mayo gives you that good golden brownness of it. And I'm also just pressing down with my spatula you saw in a second ago to make sure it's all together and just reducing the heat a little bit. And oh, it looks so good. Alrighty guys, before we continue with this video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and share this video with a friend if you enjoyed. Also turn that notification bell on so you get notified whenever I post a new video. I have a goal of 100 subscribers and we're halfway, we're a quarter way there, so the more subscribers the better. If you could please subscribe, that'd be great. Alrighty, let's continue with the video. Okay, so it's been about like 2-3 minutes and it's time to flip them again and see the progress. Oh my gosh, that one looked so good. The golden brownness was perfect, but you know, the other side still has to get cooked more. And that one was a little bit not as good, just because of the place it was in the grill. So I just kept it where it was. And then this one, the big one, I just wanted to check. And I'm using some tongs to, make sure that's stable. And I decided to flip it because it was looking pretty on that one section but not on the other, so I'm just kind of rotating around. Sorry for the camera angle here, it's kind of bad, like the shift or whatever, but anyway, so I'm just pressing them down and moving them into all the middle areas so that they can all get more browned on whatever side that needed more browning. And yeah, I'm just waiting and watching. Alrighty, so it has been a couple minutes, time to flip them back over, and that one looked perfect. So I got a plate and I moved it. And then that one looked pretty good too. I'm sorry, you can't really see because my hand's here. But that one just needed a little bit more time, and then that side was perfect on one, so then I was just waiting. So again, you know, when you're making a lot of grilled cheeses, is it going to take you a little bit of time to make these? Yeah. But is it going to be totally worth it? Because look at that golden brownness. Look at the melted cheese. It looked so good. And to pair with my tomato soup, amazing. Really good. And then, you know, here I'm just patting them down one more time, flipping. And I determined it was perfect. Like, look at that. That is such a good grilled cheese. So golden brown and so delicious. Oh my gosh. It was just so good. And I'm just popping them in an oven that I had preheated to, like, I don't know, 200, just to make sure that it could stay hot while I cook the rest of my grilled cheeses. Also, I'm not going to show you guys me making the rest of the grilled cheeses because I just think it's kind of redundant. But I will say that when you do cook more grilled cheeses, turn the heat down a little bit lower because the pan's already pretty hot. And make sure to re-butter the pan. And here was a photo of the grilled cheese after it came out. It was so delicious, such a good pairing with the tomato soup. Again, check the video out if you haven't seen it already. And leave any comments below if you have any questions about this recipe or any other things. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're not already, please follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie. I post lots of fun photos of the food I cook. And that's it for today. Make sure to check out my older videos and look out for my new ones. Alrighty, bye guys.